let us talk about why the cloud is more essential in today's software development and deployment, particularly the deployment. So, first of all, let us understand the drawback while using the in-premise or the private cloud by any company. And suppose a company has to deploy its all the product or the services over the in-premise, and for that matter, what they have to do, they have to buy the server, right? So, in case if they buy the server, what they can do by utilizing this server, they can install the operating system, and over that they can use the Docker, right? So, operating system can have as many as Docker that support based on the memory utilizations. So, suppose like one server can have two number of containers as of now. Now, the company, if require more number of services to deploy, so what they have to do, they have to buy more number of servers. For example, if they buy 10 number of servers to deploy all their application to their on-premise over the cloud, right, over the server. So they bought like 10 number of server, and each server can have multiple containers. Suppose like each server can have five number of containers. When one container refers to one services, right? So that becomes like 50 server, 50 services they can run over all over the 10 servers. But again, the problem is that the company has to hire a manpower just to provision, right, and monitoring all their application and particularly the servers, right? So what it involves, like once you are managing by yourself, right, so that has to be, you need to make sure like each of the container it's working properly. Also you need to make sure the load balancing across the nodes or the containers. Also you have to have some kind of monitoring over your application or the services, right? So these all things has to be done by yourself only, by the company itself, right? So for that matter, they have to hire manpower 24/7. This is the additional cost, right? Again, buying a hardware is not an easy task. That contains a lot of issues, right? You have to buy, let's say, you require only 100 MB, 100 GB of memory, but while the in market is available only 1,000, right? So you have to buy 1,000 of GB for your purpose, but while you require only 100 GB, right? So 900 GB is very useless for you, and that cannot be utilized at the moment. So that again, you have to invest that much amount. While utilizing these services, these are the problem. The cloud offers all these provisioning and monitoring services, load balancer, and everything you need to have. And over the cloud, you don't need to buy any number of servers or anything, right? Any hardware. So it all provides whatever you want to use, that you can utilize, pay as you want, and they have the certain model just to pay whatever you have the required, right? So for example, if you want to go only for to pay as you go, right? For example, let's say you need only 100 GB of a storage system, so you don't need to pay or buy 1,000. You can use only 100 GB for storage, and you pay further. So cloud has itself 24/7 for support system, just to monitoring your system or the services. Also they have their own system of load balancing across the and you have a freedom to change the load balancing techniques as per your requirement or per your algorithm, right, that suited your application particularly. So these are all the things cloud provides. You only have to pay for those services what you require, and you don't need to invest that much amount in hardware at all, right? Let's assume a case where some services are required to have more number of nodes or the containers, particularly in the morning's hour, right? Let's say 9 to 11, right? So for that matter, what happens, you have to have in your premises, like let's say you are like choosing 10 number of services need to be up, right? So again, you have to buy like two or three servers separately for that only in the morning purpose. But while at the cloud, like you don't have to buy, you only have to choose for 2 or 3 hours whatever the time slots you require, right? And that can be used only that period, and you have to pay that much amount for whatever you use, uh, number of servers of the containers during that period only. So this is all benefit using the cloud, particularly like provisioning and monitoring is the most primarily things where you no need to monitor yourself, right? So these are the benefits. Thank you.